stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his third year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry, 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Here we go. Come on, let's go. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 99. Check 99.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Garoppolo gives to Breida. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The end result, 21 yards. On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Watch the safety creep.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They'll run it with Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 13. Check 13. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. 22. Check. Bomber. 22. Check. Bomber. Watch twist. Watch twist. Check it out.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Forrest Buckner, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Come on, set. 15 on it. 15 on it. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Hey, check. Mike 21. Mike good. Mike 21. We own them. Hustle, hustle. Hey, check. Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, we're pretty quiet.
Murray now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Here we go, here
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. A gain of 32 that time.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Breida. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Check, 43. I got you.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
This is Breida, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Check. Check, nickel.
Play fake. Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Heavy.
On 2nd and 7, Murray caught on the left side. Fitzgerald. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
First down, Murray. He gets it left side to Johnson. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. The Cardinals last year, of course, struggled 3-13, but 2 of their 3 wins came against these 49ers. In fact, the Cardinals have beaten the Niners 8 and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Quan Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fitzgerald. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. David Johnson denied here on the 4th down run. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, 49ers.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. DJ Swearinger, a sack on the safety blitz. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They run for it with Breida. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm here all day.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Quan Alexander in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 16 yards, a first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for the Cardinals. First down.
Back.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the toss, here's Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 16. Murray, it's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line.
And then burst through for big gains.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run again with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
I smell fear in that offense. 21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
At the 31-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go to Johnson again. Well, they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Rush in. Kill.
They fake the handoff, now Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Fitzgerald hauling it in for Murray. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The young buck finding the veteran there. There is 14 years separating Kyler Murray and Larry Fitzgerald. Murray turning 22 back on August 7th. And on August 31st, Larry Fitzgerald turned 36. But these two guys like each other, and it shows on the field. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Johnson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Niners' 40.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter.
You think you gonna get there? Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
From the 44, Murray caught left side, Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Here we go. Check 24, check. Match box. Right.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw, it's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Set, ready. Now to go. Check back 21. Time to go, night. Set, go.
Take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. It's been quite the game for him individually, a trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On first down now, run with McKinnon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to Complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Here we go. Black 80. One, Omaha. Cut. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, exit. We take the win. And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Watch the set.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Now a desperation throw. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
It's been a great game, and we are not done yet. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now a pass hauled in downfield. A huge play there for Arizona. 45 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequence.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Taco Charlton able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. He was covered by DJ Swearinger.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Garoppolo to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they're going to have a third down. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from Texas, both quarterbacks, and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. With Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
60 out long. Check, 43. You can't block me. You can't block me.
It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Larry Fitzgerald, no stranger to making big plays in overtime. I know you remember, Charles, divisional round 2015. Fitzgerald took a 75-yard pass to the 5 and then scored on a shovel pass to beat Green Bay.
That was something, wasn't it? And when it comes to Larry Fitzgerald, when I think of overtime, I always think big moments. This is a bigger stage, and it never bothers Larry Fitzgerald. In fact, he rises to it.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. West. Go, tight go, tight go. Go, go. Shot, shot. Kill. Hatchet. Cover.
Here's Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. The busy night continues for Johnson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check.
Now a carry here for their fullback. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And this one is right down the middle. And they have regained the lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Now here's your ball game, down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That, the definition of a do-or-die play, but they keep this overtime session going with a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, 49ers.
Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. This a long one to try and keep us going in overtime. And this one's not going to get there. It's short, no good, and as a result, we will not continue in overtime. This game is suddenly over. This was an excellent affair to witness, Charles, but there's always that part of you in the pit of the stomach when some guy has to be sort of the scapegoat, as they were here on the missed field.